Hi everyone! Today I am reviewing X-Men First Class, which, if you don't know, is the origin movie of X-Men, the prequel, if you will, to all of the other X-Men movies. I thought it was pretty good overall. It starts out in this Nazi camp setting where Magneto first really uses his powers, and Sebastian Shaw forces it out of him by killing his mother in this really weird array of events that happens. Anyway, but then Sebastian Shaw is played by Kevin Bacon, which I found kind of funny. Anyway, later you see Professor X, who's not Professor X quite yet, meet with Raven. He finds her in his kitchen, and then they have this like moment of, "Oh my God, you're a mutant too! Ah, let's be BFFs." So they are, and they live together until college and everything. And then they're around like probably late to mid 20s when the movie actually starts to pick up and show the rest of the X Men. Um, Basically, a CIA agent witnesses some mutants, so she seeks out Professor X because he is known as being like the leading mind in his field for genetic mutation or whatever. So she goes and she tries to find him, to talk about these people that she saw, who was this girl Frost and then the other guy who looks like a devil. And so he explains what she explains what she saw, and then Professor X was like, "Oh, well, I have something similar," and so she takes him to the CIA, and then the CIA wants to keep them on kind of on lockdown, and then one guy wants to use some stuff that he has to help them get more mutants all together to help the CIA. While this is happening, Sebastian Shaw is sort of planning to create World War III by convincing the Soviets to set up some missiles in Cuba, and the U.S. is all like, "Don't cross the line, or you're gonna start World War III." And anyway, and so then the whole like climax of the movie happens in that setting. So I won't get into it because I don't want to ruin it, because it's really the most solid part of the movie. But then it ends semi happy. X Men eventually split, right? So there's like the X-Men, who is Professor X's people, and then then Magneto goes to lead kind of the bad guy side, I guess you can call it. So yeah, that's where it leaves off. Overall, good, but I'll do the cons first. The thing with X-Men movies is there seems to be some lack of continuity between the different movies. Like in the one, Wolverine has like bone claws coming out of him, but that's not really cohesive with some of the other storylines. And in this one, in particular, uh, Professor X at the end gets shot in the back, and that's how he loses mobility of his legs, use of his legs. But in another X-Men movie, he's older and walking out of a car. So, it's a little nitpick, but I like it when things jive. Um, Also, with the movie, I found the beginning to be kind of slow. I didn't really like all of this Cuban Missile War stuff that was thrown in. Sort of just detracted from the awesomeness of mutant superpowers. Um, and also, the whole thing seemed a little bit forced. Like, it's like they were just kind of throwing in this Cuban Missile thing to have a conflict. I didn't really like it. And also, the last thing I really didn't like is that Raven has this issue with her appearance because, she's blue. Um, and so there's like this whole mutant and proud thing that they do, where she's trying to come to terms with how she looks and to be happy with who she is. So somebody coins this term, be mutant and proud. And she says it like 4 times throughout the movie, and it makes me cringe every time. It's just kind of cheesy. The pros, though, good acting, really good acting. The kids were really good. Um, the special effects were fantastic. It really looked like they were shooting stuff out of their chests And the Beast looked fantastic, all blue and hairy. Um, yeah, it was fun. I also thought it was really interesting to see pre X-Men sort of stuff to get the setup of the movie, of the other movies. It was nice. It's cute. Professor X is pretty awesome. He's a babe, and his character is just really fun. And well, he's not really fun. He's pretty serious actually, but in this kind of dorky way. He takes it all very very seriously, and that's kind of nice. And the other thing I really like about it is that the smart kids in this movie are the cool kids. They're the ones who come up with cool technologies, and they use all these different things to make new ways of using their abilities and to train themselves. And so the smart kids win, and that's always a good thing, right? Yeah, so overall pretty decent. I would recommend going to see it. um, it was way better than Super 8, so if you have to pick between the two, I would definitely go see X-Men. um, but I didn't really like Super 8, so yeah, I will give it, let's say, 4. Yeah, I'll go with 4 Professor X wheelchairs out of 5. Okay, that's all. Go see it. Bye.